If Jesus were to walk in here, if he were to walk in this room, show up at your business, walk into your neighborhood, what would you do? We think, oh, but the truth is, if we knew him, if we were around him, if we saw him operate and live as a person, our own human nature, our fallen human nature, our jealous and proud human nature, wanting to protect ourselves and make us, we would struggle. We would. And then we would see him do these things and say these things and go like, wow. But then we would struggle. But it's all about Jesus himself. It's all about Jesus Christ. You know, even at one point, Jesus is speaking to his disciples, and it gets really, really tough because they're talking about, things that happened in the past, and they held to, the pastoral well, Moses and the law, because they didn't have to see Moses, so they didn't have any conflict with him. They didn't have to see Abraham, and so you could believe David was perfect, even though you read about him, say not very perfect at all, but they didn't struggle with them, and then all of a sudden Jesus starts talking about, well, listen, the things that you need, Moses didn't give you those things. God gave you those things through a flawed agent, like Moses. But Jesus came to be different. And this is what Jesus actually is saying. He says, the bread that came out of heaven, he gave the bread. I am the bread that came down out of heaven. And even his disciples, look at this verse. This is right after he makes that statement in John chapter 6. It says, Jesus was aware that the disciples were complaining. That means with each other they were struggling. So he said to them, does this, say this with me, does this, you know what the word is? Does this scandalize you? Does this cause you to stumble over something that's going to cost you dearly? If you stumble over it, you don't even realize what it's about to cost you, but you are struggling with this one thing. Is this the trigger, who I am, is this the trigger that's going to cost you to miss everything, to lose everything? Listen, it was for the nation of Israel. It was. It was Jesus in the flesh that scandalized them. They could not accept he is the rescuer because most of Israel and the leaders wanted to say, we are the rescuer. We are the ones who have suffered for the world. We are the ones who have gone through all these difficult things. We are the chosen people of God. God will use us, all these things that God said, but it meant through them, and it would be Jesus himself. They could not accept that. Just go and read the Gospels. The religious leaders could not accept that this man could be God in the flesh. Can't be. Because it lowered their understanding of themselves. That makes sense?